How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in
4.6 Savage here, and we're going to talk about what's happened to Rose and what all I've been doing for a while. Alright, so first things first is we have the carpet. I got the carpet out of the car. I've shampooed the carpet like 6 times. I still have a lot of work to do, but as you can see, I have my shampooer out here. I took seats out, I took the back seats out, I took console out. Basically, the interior is stripped right now. I am ripping out harnesses, trying to get everything that I need so I can rewire it. I took the Holley system out, so here's the whole Holley system here that I've got to clean up and get taken care of. I got the ECU, which I won't be using the MAF anymore, or the MAP sensor in the ECU anymore. I will be switching to a 3-bar. Any of you that know boost terms can figure out why I'm using a 3-bar, and that'll tell you why, what I'm planning. For those of you that don't know, these are my Rovo wheels. They are for sale. Anybody who wants them, I'm asking $400 or best offer. I've got them on a deal, but they have, I've used the tires like 3 times at the track, maybe 5 passes each time. And they're really not that tore up. They still got a lot of tread depth on them, and they're $200 a tire. Love a Continental. They make a great tire. For those of you that don't are looking to get a set of nice ultra high performance, these are great. I ran 8.6s on these, and they're street tires. Actually, I ran 8.4, and then I went 8.3 with slicks, but that was all due to the launch. So then that comes to the next project. So this little thing here is a Suzuki LTF 230. This was the first engine I have ever rebuilt. This is what got me into the car scene, kind of. It's what got me into working on stuff and everything. So when my grandfather had purchased this when I was about 10, he got it and wasn't running when he got it. He started it up in the dude's yard after paying for it and drove it up on the truck. So I don't remember the full story. I don't remember why we pulled it apart. Something happened. Check compression had low compression. Pulled the head apart. Chime and chain was okay, so we went ahead and we pulled the cylinder apart. Cylinder walls were scored, so we had the cylinder, since it is a 1-cylinder, bored out. So now it's a 232 with a Wisco racing piston in it, and it's been running for quite a few years, and it's been a great little ATV for me. It's front suspension only, no rear suspension, so that's a pain in the ass, literally. Does leak oil, you know, but I'm using it now to move Rose and any other vehicles that I might have. But what I love about the ATV itself is it's one of the few that has pull start. So I don't have to have a battery in it. I just flip the decompression switch, and I go here, and just like that. First pull, starts up, runs just fine. Of course, that's a choke, but I'm not messing with it that much. I did activate low range on it just to move the cars. It's been sitting for a couple years. I gotta fix this tire. I put some slime in it, and it's still not sealing. It is a pretty quick ATV for being a farm ATV. 5-gear, semi-automatic. Top speed I got on it, 5th gear, governor fully removed, which, as you can see, let's see. There we go. And it focuses in on that. But Its top speed is about 40 mile an hour. Now, a lot of you have seen that I like to do things that are outside the box. This, back when I actually used to ride it, was a speedometer for a bike. So it takes the little sensor right here, and it takes a magnet, and it, let's see, it takes this right here, and the magnet reads the sensor that's right there. So it tells me my speed based on wheel size. So I used to use it as a little speedometer, and I used to run up and down my grandfather's fields. I've had a lot of good memories with this ATV, and it's been with me for a long time. About the same thing as Rose. Rose is what replaced it. The original Rose, the white one. And I felt it was a good pairing to accompany her on the rest of her travels. You know, yeah, I can still have some fun with it, but that's not really what it's for. It's meant to haul, and that's what it's going to do. And of course, I got the rest of the cage up in there for it. I'm lazy and haven't put it together. The other thing I have is, so I have this 10.5, a 10.1 inch screen, and I've been looking online for dashes, and I found one, but they don't know if it can run Holley. Is anybody who follows me do fabrication on an SN95 dash to where I can fit this in and get a bracket to fit the cables and everything so it'll run? The other issue I have about this is the plug-in is an AC adapter. It's not a regular tablet charger. So that's going to be something to wire up. But I do have a power inverter that I can wire up from when I used to tune. This is my switch panel. I don't think I'm going to be using this one. I think I'm going to order a bigger one because I've got a lot of plans. New fan, electric water pump, alternator, whole bunch of stuff. And then we come over here. I have the trans outside the car. So those of you who want... if there's any of you that want a built 4R70 that is still an automatic valve body, let me know. Send me a price. We'll talk it over. I've still got this one. I'm planning, if it doesn't sell, I'm planning to still use it. If it does sell, I'm going to TH400. Yes, I know I'm copying Lavender's build. A lot of my stuff is going to be done after Lavender, but the fact that Lavender has gone so far is what I want. And I want to be able to be one of the channels that can go up head to head with him because he lives here. He lives where I live. So it's very possible for me to actually race him. And that is a good thought for me. And that's what I want. I made my 8 seconds. I made what I wanted to make, and that's my new goal. And it took a lot to get to the 8s, and a lot of people say I wasted my money and da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, if I would have known it was an ECU that was my issue, and I could have guaranteed that if I put another one in it, I wouldn't have burnt it out, then I would have put a stock ECU in it and just tuned it. But the Holley... just dropping in the Holley gained me the point to break into the 8s, and that has made my money back for everything. Because for those of you who have followed my channel from day one, you know how long I struggled with that. How many times I've ran and got 9.0s and just would not break into the thing no matter what I did. I completely pulled out hundreds of pounds of weight and added aluminum drive shafts and different converters and still could not get the setup to where it was supposed to be. And suddenly I drop in the Holley, and it's like clockwork. Everything works perfectly. And a lot of my issue was the ECU was tearing this transmission apart. I think that's why it failed the first time and why I burnt that third, fourth clutch pack out. I can't confirm that. Even the trans guy couldn't confirm that. The only thing we knew is the clutch pack welded itself together, and there was no precedent of why it did that. Now, there was speculation because I used the Alto clutches, but there was no correlation to why it burnt itself out. So, who knows? Also, I'm looking for a Tessig, but there's a lot of money, and there's a lot of money in the Tessigs. I was looking for a Cobra crank, and the problem is everyone that has a Cobra crank either doesn't need a Cobra crank, or the ones that they're selling are torn up, and I can't I can't do that. So if any of you know a good Cobra crank, let me know. If any of you know a Tessig around the Tennessee area, I'm not looking to go too far. Gas is expensive right now, and I have a truck, and I have really nobody to go with me, so I'm kind of stuck at the point to where, I don't have anything. But I do plan on going through and getting what I can. This plan with this block, let's say I do keep the iron block, Cobra crank, trick flow heads. It's talking to Todd. Todd said running an 11.5. The reason I'm running 11.5 is because I'm planning to run E85 100% of the time. No 93, no race fuel, E85. With the Holley system, there's no reason I can't run it. I know how to tune well enough to get it to run. So it's all going to be a learning experience. But that's going to be all for this video. So remember, like, subscribe, and be savage.